Okay, this is a quick functional demo of my Juno 106 before I package it up for shipping, as it's just been sold on eBay. Turn it off, turn it back on, hopefully you can see this. The Kiwi will give us the build number of the firmware, 225. We have group 1, patch 1, 1, which is the usual patch 1 on any Juno. So in fact the whole of group 1 is the default patches. So what we should be able to hear is all 6 voices playing. All 6 voices playing there, no crackling, no dropouts. This has the analog Renaissance wave chips and filter chips. That's the filter there. So let's quickly run through the controls. So LFO rate. So assign it to the digitally controlled oscillator. Full range of movement there. Delay. No delay there. Maximum delay. Okay, octave range. This is the amount of LFO we're going to assign. If we go to the square wave, we can also do some pulse width modulation. Pulse width modulation there, a bit more obvious. Okay, both these buttons working fine. Square wave there, pulse wave, sawtooth, both together. Turn them both off, we'll get nothing. Sub. Noise filter, or noise wave rather, or noise generator in fact. High pass filter. Works in all 4 positions. This is a common part to fail. That notorious big bottom end there when you're setting 0. Okay, so yeah, filter frequency. Fully adjustable. Let's turn the envelope off. Just the resonance here. Okay, envelope amount. And also assign the LFO to the filter. This is the amount of depth. And of course there's keyboard control as well. So it opens up the filter as we move up the keyboard. VCA, voltage controlled amplifier. This is one of your volume controls. So you have a main volume control over here as well. And we have a 0 dB in the centre, +5 and -5. Watch this. Some patches this is set above 0, so you may actually get distortion and clipping when you're playing more than one voice. So my recommendation would be always just to move the slider and put it back to 0. Make sure you are at the 0 setting. Especially if you're hearing any kind of distortion in there, just make sure it's at 0. Maybe even if it's a particularly loud patch with a lot of filter, drop the volume back a bit on the VCA. You can always boost it over here to get your output volume higher. You can't cause clipping over here, but you can cause clipping in the voltage control amplifier. Let's have a look at the envelope. So we have two envelopes. This is on envelope 1, but we can demonstrate the controls working. This is attack. Let's bring up the delay. Sustain. And let's get some release on here as well. Chorus off. Chorus 1. Chorus 2. Sounding very like a Juno now. Just a little bit of a crackle in there, that's a bit high. There we go. That's the LFO you're hearing there, not the chorus. So then we have key transpose, which I don't really ever use, but you can see the button works. Key mode, so using the overlay here, we can choose what key mode we want. So we've got poly modes 1 and 2, which are very much like the ones on the original Juno, and we have unison modes, which there kind of was one. Well, there was a mono mode. No, sorry, it was a unison mode on the original Juno, which you could get to by holding 2 keys down, but it wasn't really. It was a bit of a hack. This is a proper unison mode, and this I think is brilliant. So if we go into staccato, well, let's get as a patch. So 1-1 default patch. Let's go into unison staccato mode. So we hold key mode and we press 4, which is staccato. Don't know if you can make this out in the video, but now it's a monosynth. Let's turn off the chorus. Right, I want you to be clear, there's no chorus on. And what we'll do is we will hold down the detune button, which is the key mode button here. In red here it says detune. So we hold this down and then we use the delay time slider to adjust the amount of detune. So we hold it down and then we bring in the detune. Now listen. No detune. It's about 25%. So it's just slightly putting all of the oscillators out of tune with each other to give you a unison mode, which is really great for bass lines. I accidentally did the key mode there. That's how you do the key transpose, so you hold it down. Okay. So you can hear now. Play with the filter as well. I love that. I think that's one of the great features that the Kiwi 106 brings. You just can't do that on a Juno 106. You just have the two envelopes. There is a way to switch them off. To be honest, I've never really used the second envelope. I think in theory that means you could do the Hoover sound you get off the Alpha Juno. I've never bothered. I'm not sure I've seen anyone else do it either, but technically that's possible. I've tended to use just envelope 1. For me, the Kiwi was more about the unison mode with the detune, and local off. I wanted to be able to turn local off, so to disable the key bed, but use the key bed, go out through MIDI into my MIDI box, out to an arpeggiator, an external arpeggiator, and then come back in again. And that was a big thing for me. A lot of money to pay for local off, but that's what I wanted. And obviously, you know, adds a whole load of things for other people if I wanted to sell it, which I eventually did. There is a built-in arpeggiator as well. Which again I've never really used, so give me a moment. Okay, just had to refamiliarise myself for a moment there. So, arpeggiator off, arpeggiator on. It's going slow. So we hold key trans and slide the rate. We've got different modes, so we've got up, down, random, and as played. This will be random. Octave range. Right key is to write the thing back, which I won't do. Manual mode is still there. So in manual mode, it immediately just does whatever the sliders are set at. So regardless of what the preset says is there in the memory, it will just do this. So preset 1, manual. So group bank 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. In group 7, patch 1, pattern 1, bank 1, patch 1. These are the Syntegrator patches. They are all very loud. This is what I was on about. When Syntegrators made these, he's really ramped up the VCA, so you have to pretty much turn it down for all of these. I think 7. There are some kind of Depeche Mode sounds in here that he was really good at. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So all those buttons work. You see the group bank work. Page. You use page to go into the different menus. You've got ARP, sequencer, pattern, sysex, and global menu. So if you go 5, that's the global menu. From here we can go into, say, sysex enable, which is currently on. You will need that on in order to use any external sysex control. Page to come back out. And again, it'll just refresh that we're patch 1 in group 7. Oh, sorry, page 1 group 7, 5, 8. So 5, 8, 6, 5. And then again, group 1, 1, 1. Just brings us back to the default Juno patch. So I think I've touched every slider and every button. Let's go through the keys. Let's make sure they're all working. All working. Over here we've got the volume control. There is a slight crackle, I think around 9. In fact, no, it's gone. It was a bit crackly first thing. I've used it a few times, it seems alright now. Portamento amount. Oh, I've not shown Portamento. We have the old metal switch here. Bender. Can use it on the filter as well. That's everything, isn't it? Not a lot else I can show you. That's it.